If you're on the fence about whether or not to continue to save money for a down payment or to buy now, or if you believe that you have to have a large down payment before you can do anything, you could be missing out on some potential equity in your future home. In this video, I want to talk to you about the pros and cons of both options, waiting to buy and how that can mean you might always be waiting to save more money as home prices increase and losing out on possible equity, or buying now. So I believe if you can, buying now might be a better option for you. So let's dig in. Are you trying to decide if you should save 20% down or buy right now with a smaller down payment? I want to go through these pros and cons of each side so you can decide the best action to take. I'm Paige Hyatt with Montana Good Life Realty, EXP, and I want to talk to you about down payments. A common theory with putting money down to buy your first home is that you need to have 20%. And the logic behind that is if you put 20% down, you won't have to pay what's called mortgage insurance, PMI, private mortgage insurance, which is an extra fee you pay every month with your payment if you're paying less than 20% down. A lot of people think, why would I pay an extra fee? I'll just wait until I have 20% down to buy that home so I'm not throwing money away. I can see the logic behind that at first, but there actually is a lot more to the decision than just that one piece. So let's think about it this way. If you're saving right now to put money down to buy a home, and let's say you're saving $1,000 a month, and that house costs $5,000 today. So let's fast forward a year from now and see how that's working out for you. A year from now, you will have $12,000 saved up. That's pretty sweet. However, over the last year, in our area, homes have been appreciating about 0.25% a month, or roughly 4% a year, and that's conservative. So that home that was $500,000 today is now $521,600. That means that your down payment for 20% just went from $100,000 to $112,000, which means the $12,000 you saved up over this last year has just been wiped out. It didn't get you any closer to buying that home, and that home is now more expensive. One of the reasons I like to point this out is you have to realize that when you're saving for 20% down, you're saving for 20% of a purchase price that's today, but it's actually increasing over time. And right now it's increasing roughly by about that 0.25% a month, 4% a year, conservatively, usually more in our market. You're getting further and further away from your goal. Now let's look at the flip side. What if instead of saving, you were to buy that same home right now and put just 3.5% down? That would be $17,500 down payment. Now let's jump ahead to this time next year. You've owned that house for a year. You've been in it for the entire year. You've got that $21,600 of equity, or maybe more, that you had to build, that you were able to build up without putting any more money out of pocket. And that $17,500 you put in. So now you're up $39,100 in equity in just 1 year. The other thing to think about is that once you've built up that 20% equity, or you have what's called 80% loan to value, or LTV, you can get rid of your mortgage insurance. The theory of needing to save so you don't have to waste that money, well, you can actually get rid of that fee that you were trying to avoid with the small appreciation example that I just shared with you. And you have the upside of that equity from all that appreciation that's happened in the year that you've owned your home. So as you can see, there are some pros and cons on both sides. I can share personally that I bought my own home that I currently live in a few years back for just 3.5% down. And then after living there for 2 years, I refinanced it and got rid of the mortgage insurance. Now I have actually more equity in it than I actually paid for it in total going in. And that's all from a 3.5% mortgage. None of this is guaranteed, obviously, but I really want you to start viewing real estate as an investment asset. So there's always going to be risk involved, just like there is in the stock market or any other investment. My example was pretty conservative, but I'm hoping it shows you how it works. So when you're thinking about whether or not it makes sense to pull the trigger right now or wait and save more money, why don't we just sit down and talk about it? We can talk about price points, where rates are headed, what the values of homes are headed in our area, and what works best for your particular situation. So just give me a call, shoot me a message, leave me a message down below, and we can talk about it.